get ready.
Hold your fire!
Hey, salut vous autres, j'espère que ça va bien. On vous prend comme ça en plein milieu de l'été. Ben oui, on vous a dit qu'on ferait des apparitions pendant l'été. C'est pas parce qu'on est en tournage qu'on ne peut pas être là une fois de temps en temps. On est en break estival, mais évidemment, on est aussi présent quand on le peut, que ce soit à Radio Crash ou encore en live comme ça. Puis, j'ai eu un appel il y a quelques semaines de Conrad, qui est le bras droit de Craig Boddington, littéralement. Il dit « Hey, on a quelque chose de nouveau, puis je sais que votre clientèle au Québec aime bien gros qu'est-ce qu'on fait ensemble à date. Ça serait le fun que vous en parliez. Je sais pas, tabarouette, ce serait une belle opportunité d'avoir Craig à l'écran. C'est ce que je vous propose ce soir, littéralement. Ce soir, ce qu'on fait, c'est uniquement ça. On a une entrevue avec Craig Boddington et Mallard, qui sont de Mallard Bay. Vous allez voir un petit peu le genre de système que Mallard Bay ont mis en place. Et attention, c'est et français et anglais. Je vais vous montrer comment ça fonctionne. C'est super facile. Ce que c'est, puis on va en parler plus précisément, c'est littéralement un système dans lequel vous pouvez aller booker des pourvoiries qui sont soit Craig Boddington Endorse Outfitter ou pas à l'intérieur d'un système. Et pour les pourvoyeurs et les guides québécois, écoutez-moi bien, pour les pourvoyeurs et pour les guides québécois, vous pouvez faire partie de ce système-là. Puis on va le voir tantôt, là, il y a plein d'outils là-dedans qui vous permettent de gérer entièrement à partir du booking à la transaction, etc. Tout est mis en place par Mallard Bay, le système, proprement dit, mais backé par Craig Boddington, Conrad, qui ont beaucoup de boîtes sous les bottes, donc qui, sur le terrain, ont énormément d'expérience, puis ont amené ce système-là encore un peu plus loin. Donc, c'est un peu pour, en même temps, venir aider les pourvoyeurs qui sont Craig Boddington Endorse Outfitter. Ce système-là apporte beaucoup aux pourvoyeurs, puis Craig et Conrad sont continuellement à la recherche de nouveaux outils qui vont leur donner un coup de main. Évidemment, là, dans ce cas-ci, c'est un support au niveau des bookings. Pour vous autres, la clientèle, ça veut dire que c'est un spot où est-ce que vous faites trouver énormément de pourvoiries. Vous savez qu'au Québec, pourvoiriequebec.com, c'est la place pour aller voir vos pourvoyeurs québécois. C'est super facile. Mais dès que vous voulez sortir du Québec, vous voulez voir des pourvoiries, bien, il n'y a pas de place à date où est-ce que toutes les pourvoiries sont ensemble à la même place. Bien là, ça existe, c'est là. C'est en place. Je vais vous le montrer comment le mettre en anglais. Et dans un premier temps, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais faire monter Craig Boddington pour qu'il nous raconte un petit peu ce qu'il a découvert au travers de ça. Je vous l'introduis, puis inquiétez-vous pas, on va parler en anglais, mais je vais essayer de traduire le plus possible. On va prendre des petits breaks. On essaiera d'éditer la vidéo avec des captions que vous puissiez comprendre, que ce soit en français aussi. Donc, il va y avoir un peu d'anglais parce que Craig et Wyatt parlent en anglais, évidemment. On va faire la traduction, mais je pense que c'est un fichu de bel outil. C'est un atout considérable pour vous autres, les consommateurs, mais aussi pour les guides et les pourvoyeurs qui nous écoutent présentement. Craig Boddington, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Barton, how are you? It's good to see you.
I'm fine. Just between two filmings like that, we're like in the woods, a couple of days home, back in the woods. So yeah, it's going good, but pretty fast.
Well, it is. And you're headed to Africa soon, I believe.
We're getting back in South Africa, yeah, at Eland Safari, but with the 5 kids this time. So
oh my.
Monkeys that actually want to see monkeys. This is how it goes. Yeah, you have boots on the ground by these days?
Yeah, not this time of year much. Of course, believe it or not, our deer season starts here in on California coast pretty quick. We have a very early season, so that's coming up fast. But it's hot out there. No, my big mission this month is to get my food plots in Kansas. I was there a couple of weeks ago, and it was still too wet. If I'd tried, I would have sunk the tractor out of sight. So I got to get there next week and try one more time.
But being in Paso Robles, you have plenty of stuff to pass time by from now to then. You have a lot of winery around you. I mean, those guys from Hope Family Wine, friends of mine, close to yours, are doing fantastic product. I mean,
well, they are. Now listen, they think they compete with the French, but only you could say.
I'm a Californian wine guy, so I would have. Yeah, we can. Another time we'll argue on that. Well, you live in a wonderful part of country. It is really, really, really wonderful over there. Ce que Craig dit, c'est que présentement, évidemment, il est un petit peu moins sur le terrain. On regardait, il disait, moi, je retourne en Afrique du Sud avec Kate dans pas grand temps, avec les enfants. Faut savoir que Craig est souvent en Afrique du Sud, en train de faire des vidéos, en train d'aller voir ses pourvoyeurs, et etc. Avec Conrad, avec Richard aussi, ils sont sur le terrain, ils font beaucoup de web. Maintenant, vous savez que le site de Craig Boddington, vous pouvez l'avoir aussi, et je vous le montre, bougez pas de ça, je vais vous le montrer tantôt. Mais vous pouvez l'avoir aussi en français maintenant, donc beaucoup d'informations, puis pas juste sur la chasse en Afrique, là, mais sur l'éthique de la chasse ici. Et vous avez le système de Craig Boddington Endorsed Outfitter, qui est un peu une garantie, comme les étoiles Michelin, sur la sécurité, le service, le fair chase qu'il y a dans ces pourvoiries-là. C'est un peu un bucket list pour plusieurs personnes. Ils font une liste, tant qu'à faire des pourvoiries, ils font des pourvoiries à l'extérieur qui sont Craig Boddington Endorsed Outfitter. De cette façon-là, ils ont un beau bucket list, super le fun à faire. Craig, we know you endorsing outfitters. Well, we know you writing at first. How many books have you written as now?
31.
Le gars-là a écrit 31 livres. Ceux qui se demandent c'est qui Craig Boddington, vous connaissez Jim Shokey ici au Québec. Ben, dans le monde entier, c'est Craig Boddington qui est le reflet de ça. C'est le seul journaliste qui ne s'est jamais parjuré, qui ne s'est jamais laissé acheter et qui a écrit You've been writing in magazines for years and years and years now.
Oh my gosh, exactly 50 years.
Exactly 50 years.
Yeah.
So I'm getting to 50 years. I'm 46 now, so it is what it is. And what I was saying is that you're probably the only journalist I know that has not been buy with money to tell stories. And you're probably the only one I know that never stepped aside on that way. And this is mainly why you're renowned around the world.
I mean, today it's very common for people in our business to have paid sponsors. I go into a camp and I'm often asked, so who are your sponsors? I always say, well, that's easy. I don't have any. I got a lot of friends in the industry, but I decided a long time ago that I wanted to be a writer, and I didn't want to be an influence. I hate that word. I don't want to be a celebrity. I hate that word even worse. I just want to be a writer, and so I figured, well, I couldn't really take money from Remington and write about Winchester, and I decided when I was young that was not the path I wanted to take. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. Just that's not what I do.
I'll go in French a little bit. Ça, c'est quelque chose qui est excessivement important pour moi. Pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas Craig Boddington, une des principales fiertés de Craig Boddington, la raison pour laquelle il est connu dans le monde entier comme journaliste, ce n'est pas un influenceur, ce n'est pas une vedette, c'est un journaliste de réputation internationale de par de son humilité. Première des choses, comme vous pouvez le voir, ce gars-là écrit 31 livres, il écrit dans des magazines, ça fait 50 ans, il est connu dans le monde entier, il est ici avec nous autres à soir pour parler comme on parle quand on se voit dans le tour d'un scotch, simplement. Il n'y a jamais eu de sponsor, il n'y a jamais eu de commanditaire. Alors, souvent, quand il arrive ses camps, lui, là, il est tout le temps ses camps, là, partout dans le monde. Là. Allez voir les Craig Boddington Endorsed Outfitters, c'est impressionnant. Le gars reste humble, il a toujours été transparent, il a toujours été honnête, puis il a toujours refusé les commandites. On lui demande quand il arrive sur les camps, « Ah ouais, t'es commandité par qui? » Ah, par moi-même. Parce que j'ai pas de commanditaire. J'ai jamais accepté de prendre de l'argent de Remington, se revirer de bord, puis écrire pour Winchester ou pour Weatherby ou quoi que ce soit. Toujours garder ça complètement transparent. Je comprends très bien qu'il y a des industries comme la nôtre qui fonctionnent comme ça. On survit par ça littéralement. Lui, il a décidé d'être un écrivain et de commanditer sa vie lui-même en tant qu'écrivain à écrire, à aller sur le terrain, à vivre des expériences et à les transposer. Now, if we get to the lunch, we see you on the web. So, on the web, if we just take a quick look, we can see that Craig Boddington is endorsing Outfitters. Okay, period. If we know you and we know Conrad and we talk to those outfitters, we discover what you're doing for them. It is not only a stamp, but Craig Boddington endorsed Outfitter program is a program in which you're a family and you buying literally with these outfitters, helping them through the year.
We do. We really think of it as kind of a family, and it's a small business, all right. And I don't claim that we certainly don't have all the good outfitters in the program, and I don't even know all the good outfitters, and nobody knows all the good outfitters. So there's, this is not intended as a slap in anyone's face, because we don't know everybody, but the guys that we have in our program are all friends. They're all people that we've hunted with, and they're people that I've sent my friends to over the years. And so it's a small group, but and the amazing thing is to see how many of our members work together with each other. They share client lists and they share clients, and it's really been a fun thing to watch grow. And it's a slow growth thing, because in order to join, there has to be somebody that we've actually been with, and man, that takes time.
Ce que Craig dit, c'est que le Craig Boddington Endorse Outfitter, la famille de pourvoyeurs qui sont endossés, si on le veut, par Craig, il est pas mal certain qu'il n'y a pas nécessairement les meilleurs là-dedans. Parce qu'il ne veut pas non plus que ce soit vu comme étant ceux qui ne sont pas Craig Boddington Endorse Outfitter, c'est des pas bons. Ben au contraire, il dit probablement que les meilleurs, je ne les connais même pas encore. Ça ne veut pas dire que c'est les meilleurs. Ça veut juste dire que c'est des gens qui sont prêts à rentrer dans une normalisation au niveau de la sécurité du service, du fair chase, etc. Puis des bonnes personnes qui travaillent entre elles. Ça a fondé une famille. Hein. Tous ces pourvoyeurs-là, ça a fondé une famille. Puis bien souvent, je le vis, moi le premier sur le terrain. On est moi, Kate, puis Nicolas sur le terrain. Puis on est avec des pourvoyeurs qui sont dans la famille de Craig, qui sont dans Craig Boddington Endorse Outfitter. Puis ils vont carrément nous dire le voisin, tu as-tu déjà été? Ça vaut la peine. Une prochaine fois, boucle. Honnêtement, il y a du bon service. Il y a ci, il y a ça. Ils ne se tapent pas dessus, là, comme on connaît dans une certaine industrie. Ils ne se tapent pas dessus. Ça s'entraide énormément. And in the same way, each time you're looking, well, you're always looking for new stuff for your outfitters. We've been a part of that. You were looking at someone that can actually push the message over French Canada and English Canada, and we're doing so. We're writing blogs. We're doing every step you take is something to expand your outfitter, your family visibility, and the service that you're giving to them. And Conrad just presented me with that new jewel that you just found couple months ago, but you're just like announcing like now. Mallard Bay, what is that exactly?
Well, Mallard Bay, on the one hand, you might think of them as a competitor, but they're really not. Wyatt and his team at Mallard Bay are smart guys, and better than that, they're smart young guys, and they have created a business management program for outfitters. And so Mallard Bay is a multi-use platform. Really, it is an online booking service for outfitters that choose to use it, but it's also a business management system that was designed for outfitters.
So this is nonsense. Let it go like it is. It has to be part of the family, because that's a system that can benefit from and that you can benefit from, essentially, in your outfitter. But we have Wyatt down in the VIP area. We can just...
Let's bring him in.
Yes, let's bring him in. Wyatt, how are you?
I'm doing great. The VIP area was very warm and nice. I had a good time hanging out in there. It's grateful. I'm very grateful to be here and very honored and excited to be on the show.
Am I mistaking, or you're the younger year?
I am younger. I am 26 years old.
You're 26 years old.
That's awesome.
And when did you guys?
You may think I'm jealous, but I'm really not.
It is a different world, and the beard is deceiving. But yes, I am 26 years old.
I'm trying, but it's turning white. We say vintage. We say vintage blonde.
That's right.
Vintage blonde.
That's right. That's right.
Ce qu'on est en train de dire, Craig dit qu'ils ont découvert Mallard Bay, ce système-là qui, évidemment, sert la population. En dehors du Québec, même pour les Québécois qui veulent aller chasser ailleurs, au Québec, on a pourvoiriequebec.com qui est facile pour trouver les pourvoiries au Québec, mais dès qu'on veut sortir, ça prend un système qui agrègue ensemble l'ensemble des pourvoiries et qui donne aussi une chance aux pourvoyeurs d'ici au Québec d'être vus ailleurs. Donc, en rentrant dans ce système-là, les guides du Québec, les pourvoyeurs du Québec, vous pouvez être vus ailleurs, puis c'est quand même propulsé par Craig Boddington puis l'ensemble de ses pourvoyeurs. Fait il y a un genre on bénéficie des deux. Là. Le système bénéficie de la gang de Craig Boddington. Craig Boddington bénéficie du système aussi, puis ses pourvoyeurs aussi. Puis, au bout de la ligne, les grands gagnants, c'est vous autres, parce que dans un système, mallardbay.com, B-A-Y, là, je vais vous l'afficher de toute façon dans pas grand temps, vous bénéficiez de l'accès à énormément de ressources, puis le booking se fait en ligne, clic, clic, clic. Là. On va le voir avec Wyatt. Wyatt, where did that idea came from?
So the idea for Mallard Bay actually came from one of my best friends since we were about in 7th grade. Him and his dad went on a trip while we were in college, and they ended up getting double booked. It was a trip up in Oklahoma. They put 13 people in a single duck blind, and only one person fired a shot. And what was supposed to be a 3-day trip turned into a 1-day trip, and the outfitter ultimately telling them, hey, you have to go home. There's no refunds. Sorry. So on a very angry drive back home, they started talking about potential solutions for this. You know, is this something that other people go through? And we did some surveying, and we found out that they do. And basically what we did is we set out and we looked for vetted and verified reputable guides that are safe and guidelines and all those different aspects in the actual hunting industry. And we started on our journey of Mallard Bay.
What was the reaction for a 26 years old guy when Craig Boddington calls in and say, hey, you want to be part of the family? What? I had a strong reaction when he did so with me.
You know, there's so many different ways to put it, but I mean, just so honored to have someone like Craig himself take us into his family. I mean, you know, we did a lot of FaceTime up in Kansas. Craig invited us out to his ranch. Conrad came as well as our community manager, Max, doing some filming for us. And it was just surreal seeing somebody that, you know, I know, Craig, you don't like to be referenced as a celebrity influencer, all those other things, but in a young man's eyes that's been hunting and fishing his entire life, I mean, you're it, you know? And so someone seeing like that, you know, inviting him into their family, it was just a very surreal and moment that we're so honored to be a part of and excited for the future.
Well, and we're excited too, and we're also honored because you bring some skills that guys my generation just don't have, sure. and we don't have it. We don't understand it. In my case, you could even say maybe I don't really want to understand it, but and that's the sad reality. But you don't know what you don't know, and my goodness, with the nimble young minds you've been putting on this, you've created some solutions to long-standing problems.
Exactly. I'll take a moment in French. Donc, ce qu'on comprend, c'est que Wyatt a 26 ans. Là. Il a 26 ans. En voyage de chasse avec des amis. Je vais couper le... En tout cas, pas grave. Il est en voyage de chasse avec des amis. That's the blood dog. Il est en voyage de chasse avec des amis. Et puis, ils sont ramassés 13 bouquets dans la même cache avec un gars qui peut tirer. Fait que ce qui devait être un trip de 3 jours est tombé dans un trip de une journée. Puis ils sont mis à regarder, évidemment, Wyatt est de cette génération-là, à regarder un petit peu les genres de community manager qui peut exister, puis comment on peut builder ça, puis comment est-ce qu'on peut venir en aide aux pourvoyeurs. Ils ont parlé avec plusieurs bons guides, plusieurs bons pourvoyeurs, voir de quelle façon ils pouvaient builder un système. Ils se sont ramassés ensemble, ils ont monté un premier système. Quand ils se sont fait repérer par Craig, bien évidemment, le téléphone sonne à un moment donné. Hey, on veut que vous fassiez partie de la famille. Craig, Conrad, qui ont donné leur input là-dedans pour améliorer, pour amener ça au next level. Mais déjà, comme Craig disait, il y a énormément de pourvoyeurs, énormément de. J'ai 46 ans, là, puis je ne suis pas à jour dans les technologies comme Wyatt peut l'être. Le système, d'un côté, amène une facilité dans la recherche à beaucoup d'individus qui n'ont pas nécessairement de facilité au niveau informatique, autant que les gens qui sont très habitués. C'est un outil qui est hyper rapide. Et pour les guides, puis les pourvoyeurs, ben, ça amène une grande facilité parce qu'ils n'ont pas besoin d'aller programmer un site. Tout est déjà fait, tout est déjà setupé. C'est super bien fait. Wyatt, I'll suggest that we bring that website up in the screen right now so we can discuss about it.
Sure.
This is where I fall when I type in mallardbay.com. So yes. This is what everything is about. Quite simple. This is really clean, quite simple. It is not like a pizza. It's easy to use.
Sure. Yeah. And I mean, as you'll see from the search bar and the recently booked trips and so on and so forth, we kind of took Airbnb's model on account when we were building this out. So we have an in-house development team, which in a software company is so important, with quick reactions and features built and things like that. And we very much listen to the advice of our outfitters and charters that we are partnered with and have our family with. So basically, what you're seeing now is the booking platform of the Mallard Bay site. Here you can book trips in real time, real calendar availability for all of these outfitters and charters out there. I don't want to lie, but I want to say we're in around 42, 43 states and a handful of countries that we list those trips for, all of the outfitters that we work with. And the important thing to note on here, if you click on any of those bookings, maybe something in waterfowl, or even that one is fine. Down at the bottom, it has all of the descriptions of what you're getting about the outfitter, the lodging if they have it, the location, a little bit of bio on the outfitter as well as their owner. And then if you scroll back up on the right-hand side, or you click any of those right there, say, let's see, yeah, Spring Valley. So if you click one of those where it says book with Spring Valley Waterfowl, those are their pricing options. So it's a 2-day all-inclusive waterfowl package or a 3-day all-inclusive. You'll continue. And from here, you will walk through the actual booking process of selecting your dates, adding however many guests you have. Because it's a 2-day, it's auto-selecting 2 days right there. And then if you hit continue, it will show you your guest, how many you want in your party size, as well as different add-ons you can add on right then and there. And then you'll continue from there. It'll show you a summary. After this, it shows you everything you chose and what's included in your package. And when you continue to check out, this is one of the really important parts here. Of course, you'd have to sign in, but you can continue as guest to see the next one if you go back down at the bottom there.
Okay, so
requirements there, of course, for the outfitter to have your contact information should they need anything.
Full name.
But from here, it takes you to the payments page. And the important thing about this page, there's a feature right there that we just added, which is refund protection, which is sort of like insurance. You know, you never know what can happen in the field. We all know. And that does offer protection should your trip get canceled or something like that. You could pay us. It's all customizable on the outfitter's discretion. So most outfitters offer, a 50% discount that's paid upon booking. The other 50%, like I said, totally customizable. Standard is 2 days before the start of your trip, but the outfitter can take it a month before, 2 weeks before, so on and so forth. If you've got a large group that you're going with and you don't want to upfront the cost yourself, you could do the group payment option there, where you can list out how many slots you're paying for yourself and then how many you're not. And your group members will receive a link for them to go in and book their own payment for their side of the trip. Now, the important thing here as well is whenever you got all that said and done, you've got your card payment or you're paying with ACH, MoneyWire, those types of things. It's an actual booking request. So what happens when you click request to book, the outfitter and Mallard Bay team is both notified that the outfitter has a booking request. They'll go in, they'll check the name. Some outfitters like to speak to their clients before they intake their money. So we set that system up to basically eliminate double bookings, any kind of confusion there. And when the outfitter is ready to accept it and receive payment, they'll approve it in the back-end dashboard of Mallard Bay. And when they click that approve button, the money is transacted right then and there, and the money starts heading towards the outfitter's bank account.
Okay, I also see like there's a corporate section, brand we trust, so the
Yes.
brands you're working with. So any kind of hunting or fishing, I'll be look at. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a
Yes,
lot.
yes, we do have a lot.
How many outfitters do you have?
We work with a little over 600 outfitters in total currently.
And you can search by country like that. Let's say United States. It will get. Oh, nice! This is nicely done with the price tags on the. Okay, this is really, really nicely done. I'll just, yeah, Canada. Oh, you have stuff in Canada too. So
We do. We do have some things in Canada.
I was looking for an error or something, a catch. No, you do have a lot of. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's really, really nice. So
Absolutely. And a little bit of a teaser here as well on that homepage where you see all of the different options, corporate trips, brands we trust, those kinds of things. We're actually building out a Craig Boddington endorsed outfitter specific category. That way, all of the outfitters that are endorsed by Craig himself and in the Mallard Bay program as well, there will be a special list right then and there on the front homepage for them to go search.
That's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing. Let me just shut that screen down a little. That's a good thing because, as I was saying in French at the beginning of that show, I'm going to do a little bit of French right after that. People are looking. It's like a checkbox. It's like a bucket list. They do Craig Boddington endorse outfitters.
Absolutely.
So, and this is pretty much the first thing I say when I meet an outfitter that asks me, why would I? Well, first to be part of the family because of that, and that, and to be part of that bucket list because people do build a bucket list over Craig Boddington endorsed outfitter because they know it will be safe, it's fair chase, and you'll have quality service. It doesn't tell it's 5 diamond. It tells it's correct. It is human.
Absolutely.
It is fair. So yeah, they do build bucket lists. So that option of having Craig Boddington endorsed outfitter on it is, yeah, absolutely. And just like that, we'll talk about it off record, but we are building blogs about every single outfitters that Craig actually endorse in French. So if you like us to share with you so you can put the description on your website from our blog, we will be able to do it. So French people that are listening actually will have a little bit of our pen on it. So that will be really nice. Let me do a little bit in French. Donc, comme vous avez pu comprendre, relativement simple, hein, si je rajoute ici, puis on va faire un tour rapide, vous avez différentes catégories à choisir au travers. On va dire, par exemple, qu'on va aller faire une pêche à la sauvagine. Et quand on clique sur la pêche, une chasse à la sauvagine, excusez-moi, quand on clique dessus, bien, toutes les options s'ajoutent très rapidement. On voit exactement qu'est-ce qui se passe là-bas, le lodging, c'est quoi les options, les espèces qu'il y a là-bas. Les commodités sont toutes inscrites. En passant, si vous allez cliquer ici et que vous faites français traduire, ça va tout changer en français. Hein. Donc, toutes les licences qui sont requises, etc., vous avez ça a tout changé en français immédiatement. Et plus haut, bien, les options de paiement sont super le fun parce qu'on va dire, maintenant, on a 3 jours à Sauvagine comme ça, on fait continuer. À partir de là, je choisis mes dates. On va dire ces 3 dates-là. On fait continuer ici. Rapidement, on peut rajouter des options. Donc, on peut rajouter OK, ils ont même du swag là-dessus. Là. On peut rajouter les repas, etc. Par exemple, je vais dire, on va rajouter peut-être 2 repas, puis on va rajouter un gilet à capuchon là-dessus. Ça se rajoute tout là-dessus. Continuer. C'est super bien fait parce que à l'intérieur de ça, vous êtes capable, vous allez voir, là, on peut rajouter des add-ons dedans. Quand on continue à la caisse, ce qui est super le fun, c'est que, vous l'avez vu tantôt, là, on peut diviser le paiement. Si, par exemple, j'ai choisi un forfait pour 4 personnes ici, je vais dire 4 personnes ici, ça monte à 5005, mais ce n'est pas 5005 par personne, c'est divisé par 4. À la fin, on peut diviser le paiement par 4 personnes puis envoyer le lien de paiement aux autres personnes par email. Switchez-le en français avec le petit utilitaire ici. Là. Si vous n'avez pas le widget, installez-le dans Google Chrome. Moi, j'utilise Chrome ou encore Internet Explorer, bien simple. Là. Vous faites français, terminé. Ça vous donne toute l'information qu'on clique sur n'importe quoi à partir de là. On va le faire. Là. Terminé, traduire, parfait. On prend n'importe quel. Vous voyez, là, c'est tout traduit en français. C'est aussi simple, c'est super facile. Il y a aussi, à partir de la page principale, un outil de recherche qui est super simple. Quand vous prenez l'outil de recherche qui se fait par espèce ou encore par localisation, Mais si on clique sur Canada, par exemple, on va voir, on peut aller naviguer aux différents endroits. On va dire, par exemple, lui ici, on va aller voir c'est quoi. Bon, mais regarde, c'est Ours Noir au Canada. Aventure dans l'eau, clique, on arrive dessus. Et voilà, on est, donc ça doit être Rockwater. Ouais, c'est ça, Rockwater. Là, on dit Aventure dans l'eau de roche. Vous comprendrez que c'est ça. Donc, tout est très, très, très bien fait. C'est super rapide. On peut parler avec l'assistance de chez Mallard Bay ou parler directement avec carrément avec les pourvoyeurs. On va après ça parler de la plateforme pour les outfitters comme tel. Mais really neat. That's really neat. Really, really, excuse me. I had to do that part in French, not all over again, but it is. So, yes, having that Craig Boddington option will be a nice thing for sure. Does all your outfitter know about it, actually?
Not quite yet. So, like we said, we're launching the Craig Boddington partnership here soon. We've got the videos edited that Craig and I did together up at his ranch in Kansas. And we're deciding on when to officially announce and send the videos out here soon.
There'll be a race. They will want to jump in the option for sure.
There is no doubt about it.
Craig, on your side, does all the family knows it actually? All the outfitters?
No. We've it's kind of it takes a little time to put all this together. So I would call it that we're in the middle of a soft launch. But not all of my outfitters are aware of it. And of course, in Africa, many of them are in the field right now. This is prime season. And so a lot of our guys are Africans and they're busy. And in Alaska, of course, a lot of them are in the middle of sheep season, which is very, very busy for them. So on a worldwide basis, there's no such thing as off season, but while this is off season in most of America, this is prime time. So I wouldn't say they're all are aware, but they will be. And what I'm really excited about is it kind of gives a tremendous crossover. It gives our guys the opportunity to take advantage of Mallard Bay's wonderful system. And, and I certainly don't mean to offend anyone because I know we'll have a lot of great outfitters watching, but the outfitters are generally not business majors. They generally are not. And that's just the way it is. If they wanted to be in a business, they would probably be in a different business. They want to be outfitters because it's what they love and it's what they do. But many of us are not really great on the business side, and most of us are not really great on the social media side. And so what Wyatt and his folks offer, what Mallard Bay offers, is really just a tremendous boost for their businesses.
It is. And you probably know it. I told it at the beginning of the show. We do have that kind of system over Quebec for the outfitters in Quebec. The Outfitters Federation of Quebec has a website which is called pourvoiriequebec.net, and on which they can go, like, choose Brock Trout, they can choose their stuff. But as soon as someone from Quebec wants to go outside, or someone from the outside wants to see outfitters from Quebec and doesn't know about that platform, then Mallard Bay comes in list. And this is the next topic we'll be talking about, because you also offer that opportunity to actually the outfitters, because the part that's presented now is directly for the end customer, so the one that will buy the trip. And this is like a real opportunity for them to see what's going on outside. And soon, if Quebec outfitters get on that and Quebec guys get on that, so they will be seen from the outside. That's a major improvement. And we will probably also have to do a kind of Craig Boddington endorsed outfitter meeting in Quebec, because we do have a strong community of outfitters around here. Community. Couple of them heard about Craig Boddington. Well, Craig is an English guy, comes from we don't know exactly where, so they don't know exactly what it is. We've talked about it a lot of time. They're in to become, they just need a little bit more information. So probably stay tuned. People from Quebec, if you want to have that kind of meeting with Craig, and Conrad to see what it is all about and begin to build that strong base of Quebec, Craig Boddington, endorsed outfitter, and get on that bucket list. We'll do it. We'll do it soon for sure. And now, the second step is talking to those guides and outfitters. Outfitters in Quebec and guides in Quebec have one thing in common. Every single week, they're asking us to go and fetch some clients from the US and the English Canada and bring them in Quebec. You might be a key for that. You're offering a solid system for them to be represented and to have an hassle-free transaction with the client that is actually available through the same website if you just add for guides after Mallard Bay. So Mallard Bay for guide. Present me the process.
Yeah, absolutely. So the key here in our business is, of course, our outfitters. And, you know, something that we keep talking about here on this podcast so far is family. And the main thing for us is we are the back office software for outfitters to keep outfitters doing what they love, which is being in the field, in the boat, and particularly buying back more time with their family. So a very basic overview of what Mallard Bay does for guides, for outfitters. We do anything and everything from build you a website, do your social media management, do your marketing for you. And then we also have a back-end dashboard, admin portal per se, for you to manage your business. And what that comes with is a calendar management system for all of your bookings, reservations, everything is on there. Your payment processing, your account manager will be there to hold your hand throughout the way and edit anything you need. We also do customer service. We do invoicing, quotes, and we also just added something to our system where we have an in-house CRM for our outfitters to retain and keep their customers, and as well as have their information to rebook them for next year. So this website offers some of our offerings and shows you a little bit about what we do, some different pricing and different things like that. And then up at the top, if you would like to speak to one of our team members, you click that orange button up on the top right, and our guys will walk you through completely the entire system. They'll reach out to you, and you guys will do like a Google Meet meeting and go through the whole process. That's really neat. But I want to bring you back to something before even talking about that system. Sure. You told something that is dangerous it is actually dangerous to say on screen. You can take care of their website and social medias? Yes, we can. Absolutely. Because just that part by itself is a service separate from the platform that built together and used together can be really strong. But as Craig said, outfitters normally are on the ground taking care about the cabins, the clients, the animals, the stuff, the lakes and stuff like that. They don't have the time to gather knowledge to do it correctly. You can offer that service to take care of their website and their social media. Yes, that is correct. Let me get my light back on. It's on a timer. There we go. It's a little bit of movement here. So I once knew some guys that were using timers for light, but you don't look like these guys. The environment is important. Anyhow, bringing it back to that, yes. So one thing that I do want to point out that's important and very important to our partnership and family over at Craig Boddington is not only do we build you a website, but we created what we call our booking widgets for us to put on those websites. So something that we saw as a problem in the industry is a lot of outfitters have good websites. A lot of outfitters have bad websites, whether they're backdated or so on and so forth. But one thing in particular that we noticed is that majority of outfitter websites you go on, if there's a book now button or check out our offerings or so many different ways to say it, it's more of a survey, so you go in there and you type in, hey, I've got 5 guys. We want this date. We have this peanut allergy, whatever you want to say. And then you are waiting for information. Yep. We're now with our booking widget, which is something that we're adding to the listings on Craig Boddington's page, is you can actually go in and click book now or whatever the outfitter wants it to say, and it will import the listings from mallardbay.com into the website. So you never have to leave the website. This will manage so much frustration from the customer, and both the customer and the guy that actually
after the hunt, after the fish, bringing back the bear.
Sure.
He just did all the walleye from the morning. It's like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. He gets back to the cabin. Finally, the clients are, yes, asleep or on a beer. Then he gets to the computer, and there's a bunch of email he needs to answer. And it's, do you have some dates available? That comes in front, both for a customer and the outfitter, to eliminate those frustrations. Let me take a moment in French. Pour les pourvoyeurs et les guides, si vous avez bien compris, le système Mallard Bay for Guide, évidemment, et que vous pouvez switcher en français. En passant, là, on le switch en français très rapidement. Là, je vous l'ai montré. Cliquez simplement sur l'outil de traduction. Là. C'est un outil complet avec les calendriers, les systèmes de booking, un CRM, tout est là-dedans. Vous pouvez ajouter des options. Le client il prend un plan européen, mais il va avoir un souper le mercredi. Il peut aller cliquer sur un souper le mercredi. Il veut aussi ramasser puis payer tout de suite un T-shirt format large de la pourvoirie. Il clique dessus tout de suite. Il peut absolument tout faire à partir de la plateforme. Il y a aussi un système d'assistance qui est super bien fait, synchronisé avec QuickBooks. Donc, c'est super facile pour votre comptabilité, que vous soyez guide ou encore que vous soyez pourvoyeur. Donc, c'est un système qui est absolument complet. Un système qui, oui, évidemment, il y a différents prix, il y a différents niveaux. Mais très rapidement, si vous voulez savoir à quel niveau, probablement que la majorité des pourvoiries au Québec là, se situe entre le free et le light, là, en quelque part là-dedans. Là. Parce que le booking widget est déjà disponible dans le free, mais à partir du light, en montant, c'est facile pour vous autres. Évidemment, par année, vous sauvez de l'argent tout le temps. Mais très rapidement, si vous voulez parler avec eux autres, booker une démonstration. Il y a énormément de services qui sont offerts à l'intérieur de ça. Et le plus beau, c'est que, oui, ils ont bâti ce système-là qui vous permet aux clients d'aller booker vos voyages, aux pourvoyeurs de voir les clients venir booker des voyages et faire leur paiement directement qui rentre dans vos systèmes, dans votre CRM, dans votre comptabilité. Mais c'est qu'en plus, ils font des sites web et ils s'occupent de médias sociaux. Donc, ils peuvent vous offrir un forfait site web et médias sociaux pour que tu t'occupes de ta job puis qu'eux autres, ils fassent ça. Mais c'est qu'ils vont aller placer les widgets de booking. Donc, les widgets, c'est des petits raccourcis, si vous voulez, là, des petits boutons faciles sur votre site web qui va amener vos clients directement dans l'utilitaire de booking. À la place d'utiliser un formulaire de contact, puis qu'après avoir fait ta matinée à arranger du doré, ta soirée à chercher des ours, rentrer à pourvoirie le soir, et à 1h30, 2h du matin, tu viens de finir de coucher le dernier client, tu rentres dans ton camp, pas le temps de prendre une douche, tu tombes devant l'ordinateur, il y a 60 courriels. Il y en a au moins la moitié là-dedans qui ne seront pas répondus. J'exagère peut-être, 60 courriels par jour, là. Mais il y en a beaucoup là-dedans qui ne seront pas répondus tout de suite. C'est frustrant pour le client qui va peut-être sauter un autre pourvoirie juste parce qu'il n'a pas pu avoir de réponse tout de suite. C'est frustrant pour toi parce que tu n'as pas le temps de le faire. Fait que là, il te montre ton site web avec les widgets directs. Fait que les gens passent par la grosse plateforme ou qu'ils passent par ton site web, s'ils cliquent sur réserver ou quoi que ce soit, c'est tout linké direct avec ton système de booking, ton système de facturation, de comptabilité et ton CRM. C'est aussi simple que ça. Fait que tu sois guide ou que tu sois pourvoyeur, tu sais, c'est un 100$ par mois. Je ne sais pas combien vaut votre heure en pourvoirie ou votre heure à guider. Là. Si vous voulez avoir plus d'heures sur le terrain avec vos clients, c'est un système qui est excessivement bien fait. And now you're telling me that it is not actually officially launched. Am I correct?
The partnership you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes, it is not officially launched. Like Craig said, this is more of a kind of soft launch period. We're closing some things out, getting the videos out and all of those kinds of things. So you will be seeing the official launch here soon.
So actually, the customers can go on that website on mallardbay.com and they can book. It is
absolutely
that is correct.
Yeah, no, that's completely up and live, and so is his outfitter management system. What remains to do is to meld our two systems, and this is my new writing assistant, and I wanted him to listen to this because, and as you can see, he's fascinated. This is Nitro, short for Nitro Express. And guys, I don't think he'll retrieve a duck for you, but he will blood trail a deer for you.
You know what's the name of the two dogs we're hunting with in South Africa?
No.
It is Johnny's dogs. Yours is Nitro. They are Turbo and Diesel.
Perfect. All right. Perfect.
and the behavior goes with it. Diesel,
and I'm sure they're Jack Russells just like this one.
They are Jack,
of course.
And Turbo is like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's always on spin, crunching every branch we pass by. So, if guys, outfitters want to get in touch with you guys, the easiest way is to go on mallardbay.com/for guides, and you click on contact. This is the easiest way to go to you. Is it that?
Yes.
That is correct.
Second step, Quebec outfitters and Quebec guides. We're coming back to you with that. But if you have a 5 minute to spare today, you go on that Craig Boddington website. You go see what it is all about, because I've been talking to a lot of you about becoming eventually Craig Boddington endorsed outfitter, and that we will talk again together later. We're coming for that. Go and see what it is about, because Craig doesn't endorse every outfitter in a province. He has a maximum by province, just to be fair with everybody. So it is not like everybody is endorsed, because you do have some advantage of being endorsed by Craig Boddington. So when we'll start a program over Quebec, you want to bid in soon.
We avoid area saturation, and that's really important, because we don't want to dilute the program, and we really don't want our family members competing against each other. So we avoid saturation by area. South Africa has a tremendous density of outfitters, of course, and we are completely full there. I wish we could take more, but we can't. However, in Quebec, we're pretty much wide open.
It is. Well, it's a French province, so they know a little bit less about it. I know Claude Juteau has been, and they're talking together, actually, Conrad and Claude. Claude is well known in Quebec. There's a couple of guys in the West. We've presented you with Alpha Dog Outdoors. On vous a présenté Alpha Dog Outdoors, qui ont les lignes de trappe, entre autres. C'est un Craig Boddington Endorse Outfitter. Donc, les guides et les outfitters de Québec, on va s'en reparler bientôt. Craig réouvre le programme pour le Québec. Mais ce que je disais qui est très, très, très important, c'est du moment où est-ce qu'on va commencer à vous en reparler, parce que Craig protège les territoires pour pas que vous soyez trois Craig Boddington Endorse Outfitters face à face à vous compétitionner. Il protège les parties de territoire. Et c'est pas au plus payant. C'est au premier arrivé qui respecte les normes. Et je vais vous dire, la norme numéro 1 de Craig, ça, il le répète régulièrement, si Craig feel qu'il pourrait envoyer ses 2 filles seules dans votre pourvoirie sans même se casser la tête, vous passez le stade de la sécurité et du service. Il reste à voir le côté fair chase. Que vous soyez un plus petit payeur, un plus gros payeur, c'est pas celui qui paye le plus. C'est un montant fixe par année. Il va y aller par priorité ceux qui rentrent en premier. S'ils respectent les normes, deviennent Craig Boddington Endorse Outfitter. Évidemment, il y a des frais à payer pour le programme, là, je ne vous cacherai pas, mais vous vous ramassez sur un bucket list. Vous voulez la clientèle américaine, la clientèle de l'Ouest. Ça en fait partie des solutions, ça. Être sur le bucket list de Craig Boddington. Guys, that was a pleasure again.
Wonderful fun. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you also.
Thank you so much.
And probably one of these days we'll be in South Africa at the same time, because you're getting out, I'm getting in. You're Richard's getting in, I'm getting out. So we're like running one after each other.
Well, we are, but now you be sure and tell Alex Thompson and his team that I send their very best, and I know they're going to show you a great time as always.
Absolutely, we'll have plenty of fun. I think we have 5 families coming with us. The camp will be completely full.
That'll be fun.
A little bit of hunting, but we're going to see like national parks, the Predator Park, places like that. They'll have Nerf guns and stuff like that. So that will be another kind of safari. It will be great. Wyatt, thank you for what you've done. That will be a tremendous tool, both for customers, guys, and outfitter. And for sure, I'll be waiting to see that Craig Boddington section coming up.
Well, it's a wonderful thing, because it's such a platform for both the consumer and the provider. It works both ways, and that's pretty rare in this world.
Wyatt, I want to thank you very much. Craig, if we want to learn more about Craig Boddington, CraigBoddington.com is like the place where we will see everything that has to be seen. Let me just grab your website a couple seconds there, right here. If we share it, we can see it like that. There's a bunch of stuff on your website, actually. There's a lot of stuff on your website, actually, including finding the outfitters. This is what we were talking about. We can search easily. Let's see, go in Canada and see who's Craig Boddington and those outfitter. You can see the complete list. It is easy to use. You also have hunting tips. You have a lot of stuff on it. And of course, the safari educational program that doesn't suit only for safari, Craig.
No, hunting is hunting.
Hunting is hunting. This is the point. And if you go in the shop, there you can find. Whoop! It opened another page. I will just switch the page a couple seconds. If I can stop that, take the other page. Couple seconds right here. I'll try to be as quick as possible. You want to read something really, really, really great? You go on that part of the website. This is the shop. You'll see all the books that Craig actually has written. There's a lot of stock on it. Oh, this is my bad. This is my bad. You'll see a lot of stuff on it. All the books are on there. You do sometimes have out of the trade edition. You sometimes have art.
We do. Yeah, they come up now and again. I you know, if I was smart, I'd have kept a couple of cases of my first books aside, but I didn't.
I do. I do. There's a couple of books in there that I have in maybe three different versions because you had a hardcover one time,
sure,
a special edition with a sleeve another time. Then the trade edition came out. So I'm reading the trade edition. I'm looking at the two other ones.
You know, I'll tell you what as well. If you want to look good while you hunt, check out Craig Boddington's clothing store. I do have a pair of official Craig Boddington shorts. That was a gift from him and Conrad. So if you want to look good hunting, check that out as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you have to. Vous avez deux sites web à aller voir. I'm going to talk to them in French right after. I want to thank you, gentlemen. It was nice to see you again. Hopefully, we can do something together sometime. I might find time to go in the U.S. or you find some time to come down to do moose hunting in the north, something like that. It would be great.
I would love that. That would be awesome.
Well, I would too. We need to come see you. And by the way, very best to Kate.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll transfer it. A big thank you to you. And we'll see together later on hunt or something like that. Thank you, Denson.
Au revoir.
Ce que je disais en terminant, c'est très simple. Allez sur le site. Dans un premier temps, on vous montrait le site de Mallard Bay, sur lequel vous pouvez absolument tout voir. Mais il y a aussi le site de Craig Boddington. Là, j'ai provoqué une couple d'erreurs en cliquant à gauche et à droite. Là. Mais allez voir le stock un peu. Là. Allez voir les différents livres qu'il y a à offrir. Il y a énormément de livres là-dedans. Bon, ça va bien. J'ai mon erreur là, que je fais depuis tantôt. Là. On va sur Book. Ah, c'est ça. Quand je clique sur Book, ça fait une erreur. On va aller sur Home, ça va aller mieux. Puis on va cliquer sur Books ici. Bon, parfait. De cette façon-là, il me le donne. Il y a énormément de livres. Je dirais que African Experience en est un que moi, j'ai adoré. Si vous voulez comprendre d'où vient l'interdiction de chasse aux éléphants puis le retour de la chasse aux éléphants, Buffalo 2, qui est un de mes préférés aussi. Favorite Cartridge and Rifles, Favorite Rifles and Cartridge de Craig Boddington pour les amateurs d'armes à feu sans voix. Il y a beaucoup, beaucoup de stock, même du stock nord-américain. Vous voyez, The Perfect Shot North America, qui est un livre qui explique vraiment les différents positionnements de tir, qu'on peut prendre. Et les 3D sont vraiment, vraiment bien faits. Donc, Craig Boddington, dans un premier temps, vous le savez, le site web, maintenant, évidemment, vous pouvez le traduire très facilement. Là. Quand on fait traduire, ça s'en va direct en français partout, sauf le livre, évidemment. Lui, il reste en anglais. Mais beaucoup, beaucoup, beaucoup de bons stocks. Avec deux destinations à visiter après ce live-là, après cette émission-là ou après cette vidéo-là, dépendamment comment est-ce que vous l'écoutez. Mallard Bay, donc MALLARDBAY.com. Et vous allez voir là, carrément sur la page là, For Guides. Donc, si vous ajoutez For Guides, si vous êtes un guide ou encore un outfitter, vous pouvez, un pourvoyeur, vous pouvez à partir de là aller vous faire lister là-dessus. Et ne manquez pas, on vous revient très, très, très bientôt avec le Craig Boddington Endorsed Outfitter Program qui va réouvrir pour le Québec. Moi, je vous dis là-dessus, à la prochaine. Je vais retourner voir mes deux invités. On approche l'heure de vidéo. Fait que, on va essayer de vous refaire des petites affaires là, cet été. Inquiétez-vous pas. On sort un petit peu du bois. Au moins, on enregistre comme ça à l'avance, puis on vous le diffuse à la limite. Là. On n'était pas en direct ce soir, là, en direct. Mais on va reprendre les commentaires, puis on va vous parler assurément. On est sûrement en quelque part dans le bois sur une épinette. Hey, salut gang! Oops. Till